All right, everyone, this exercise will walk you through how to update your price list in InspireNet and InspireNet Mobile. So as you log into InspireNet, you'll see your dashboard tab. We want you to go to your price list manager tab. Two things that we want to update in very quick time. The first would be your mobile accessories and labor price list. That labor is what drives the estimating engine in InspireNet Mobile on the tablet. The second thing we want to update is your tax group settings as soon as you know how your local tax rates are billed. So let's go and we'll choose corporate price list. There's a lot of data going back and forth, so sometimes this can be a lengthy, you sit there and wait and watch a spinning wheel for a period of time. That happened pretty quickly right there. We'll go down to mobile accessories and labor. And then we'll choose the mobile accessories and labor price list. Now, there's an icon here for Excel. You can always export the file into a CSV, an Excel document, where you can then print it out and have conversations with your installers and write down the pricing next to it. That way you can go into the system and update all the items at once. But I'm going to click mobile accessories and labor. I am going to, you can see there's 5 pages of data that's about to pull up. 20 entries per page or records per page. I'm going to change this to 50 while I'm at it. That way every time I change a page, it doesn't take forever to pull the data down. While this is pulling up, you'll see this is the place where you can adjust the margin of an entire price list. So this is our mobile accessories and labor price list. It's probably one of 20 price lists in your system, but it's the bulk of everything that's not product related in InspireNet Mobile. So if you wanted to change the margin here, you would just, to this entire version, so both pages versus just one page, click entire version, type in your new margin, and click save margin, and you now have a 55% margin applied all the way down the list, or if you're going to 45 or whatever it might be. So in this case, I'm going to leave the margin the same. But I'm going to go in and edit some of the things that my installers have already given me pricing for. So my installers have told me that, let's go with hardwood installation. So I'm going to find hardwood glue down installation. My installer told me that their rate is $1.75. So that's a meaningful number. It saves the customer 50 cents a foot off their project if I update this price. So I'll scroll over to edit. And you're going to change a few things in this box. This system allows you to do roll discounts or quantity discounts. So if you have over X amount of square feet, the price drops to whatever. We're going to change it at a very basic level. So the only things we're going to change would be the cost for cut. So I'm going to change this to $1.75. So that's essentially cost per unit. Cost per roll, $1.75. I'm going to double check my gross margin. And I'll click save. That's it. So this will update. Now let's say your installer, trying to think of a good example. Your installer includes thinset in their cost for tile. And every time you're using InspireNet, there's a line item, InspireNet Mobile, there's a line item for thinset that pops up. So you can't delete the estimating rule that says add thinset to your installate or to your proposal, but you can change the price to 0 so it doesn't add any cost, because that price for thinset is already built into your tile install cost. So again, a way to customize your price list would be, I can actually probably go up here to material name and type thinset. If you know the exact name, it's pretty easy to pull up. If you don't, you're just going to have to go through, it's about 100 items on this list, and just look for the name of what you're looking for. So it'll search for a minute. And hopefully that's how it's listed. There it is. So I can go ahead and edit my cost of thinset to be 0, 0 at a 50% margin. So now it's still going to add the line item that says thinset to your proposal, but it's going to add it at 0 cost. So now your proposals will be more accurate. You didn't bill the customer for thinset that you're not actually having to pay the installer. So again, I just changed this to 0, and this to 0, you can keep your 50% margin. In this case, I'm not going to change my price list. So I've updated my mobile accessories and labor list. The next thing I'm going to do is go back to corporate price lists. And by corporate price list, it just means these are price lists that we populate for you. We've loaded into the system for you. Local would be if you buy product from a local manufacturer and want to build a price list for them in the system. But you can see all of the price lists in the system. There are a lot of them. And in these cases, if you want to change your margin, you're going to have to change them on each of these price lists. So it's probably a good 30 minutes worth of work to adjust margins on these price lists, but it's worth the time if you're consistently changing margin in the tablet when you're writing a proposal. Okay, so the last thing I'll show you on updating a price is going to your Home tab here and editing a tax group. So again, I went to Home tab and I clicked on tax group. You can see in my account we've added a whole bunch of training and funky tax groups. But essentially what you're going to do is this. You are going to click Create Tax Group. And you'll name the tax group Product or Labor or Non-Taxable Discount, whatever the tax group is that you're going to do. You're going to enter your tax rate, so let's say it's 6%. And the only other button, you're never going to fill in this tax to box. The only other thing you're going to do is if this tax group should only be or should be associated with labor, you will put a check mark here saying that it should be associated with labor. If it's a product tax group and should only apply to product price lists, you'll keep that unchecked. And then you'll click Save, and you'll have a new tax group on your price list manager. Now, I recommend once you get your local tax rates to get on the phone with your operations person and just come up with your tax group strategy, how to complete this in InspireNet. It can do just about any tax rate in just about any market. It might actually do it by county or by city. So that's actually not an issue. It can be done and managed in the system. So now, once that's done, we're going to go to Home, and we'll choose Compile Master Price List. And one thing you can do is you can actually choose to send all items if you'd like, which will actually update anything and everything in the system that's been changed. But we're going to click Compile Master Price List. And a little instruction is going to pop up here that says compilation and service update process started successfully. It may take some time depending on data. Please wait. We do not want to wait. If you wait here, you'll wait forever. So the thing to do once you see this green text pop up is actually click to your dashboard, and it asks you, new price list is available. Would you like to download and import it now? So really what you just did here, and you'll choose yes, really what you just did by clicking that Compile Master Price List is you published the work you just did to the server, and the server published it to all computers associated with your franchise. So every one of them now, when they log in, will get, you have a new price list available. Would you like to download it now? And of course, they'll choose yes. So now the price list is successfully downloaded to your InspireNet account. There is still one more step to do, which is to update your InspireNet mobile, update your tablet. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to update your tablet price list. So when you've logged into your tablet, it's a very simple process. It probably couldn't actually be easier. It just takes a little bit of time because there's so much data. When you log into your tablet, you are going to go to your home. So for me, it's Chad Demo. You're going to go to Sync Price List, and you will click Load Price List. Only click this once. And this may spin for a while depending on how much data you adjusted and modified. So it could spin for quite a while. And in fact, I'd probably leave your tablet just sitting for about 10 to 15 minutes to make sure you don't cut off your syncing. So this isn't something you want to do. You don't want to change one item at a time every day because it's a little bit of an obnoxious activity in that case. You'll be sitting around waiting for a lot of syncing. But this is something that if you talk to your hardwood installer and you adjust some of your hardwood installer's pricing, go in and change all those items and then update your price list. So when this is done syncing, you are all set, and you'll know you should have a count up here of number of items on your price list. It's probably going to be around 14 to 15,000, but may change over time as we add or subtract items from price lists. But you should see a sizable number in the tens of thousands. And that means your price list is actually on the system. So if you have any questions on updating your price list or updating your tax groups as you identify how taxes are charged in your local market, please go ahead and reach out to your operations person, and they can help you get your account set up.